Good morning, my friends. Welcome back. We're here for a Trash Craft Tuesday, and it feels like ever so long since I've done one for you. Reality, it's been one, maybe 2 weeks, but it feels like forever. So I've been doing a bit of tidy up while I've been struggling with internet issues and tradespeople through the house, that sort of thing. You wouldn't think I've done any tidy up because the place is still a bomb site, but however, little bits at a time and I will get there. But why I'm telling you that is in the process I unearthed these little paper bags, and they're from a supermarket promotion many years ago now, like could be 3, could be 5 years, and they had got caught up in a pile of stuff, and I've just unearthed them in amongst the pile. So I thought, you know, they're really teeny. They are really tiny. They are, and I've ripped the tops off, and I really like that jaggedy edge. But we are looking at approximately, to the bottom of that zigzag bottom there, 2 1/4 inches by 1.5 inches. So to give you an idea how small they are. But I kept them because it's like they're just a cute mini paper bag, and I'd like to do something with them. So that's what I'm going to do today. I don't really know how this is going to turn out. I'm hoping it will turn out how I envisage it. But, you know, sometimes things don't always go the way we want. I want to cover them in serviette or napkin because I don't want to bulk them up too much. I want to use them as actual little pockets, and I want to stack them, and I need 5 for this particular project. So arranged like that on a page. So I need 5 of them. I don't want to like make them super thick because they will also have a little tag inside them. Probably won't get to make the tags today, but we'll see how we get on. So I've picked out some napkins, and I'm going all blue. 1, because these are blue. 2, the journal that I want to put them in is blue. So I've got my blue options out here. This one I'm not sure whether it's going to work. It's so super pretty, but very thin. And I just don't know whether it's going to adequately cover the text or the pattern. Yeah, like you can still see Buzz Lightyear through the flower there. You can see Mickey quite well. So I might not, I guess I could do the darker blue, but I don't really want to take a chunk out the middle of my napkin. This one I know works fairly well. The silver dots helps to kind of disguise what's underneath, and my mum gave me this little scrap last time I visited her, and it's a fun wee scrap. So, you know, good trash. She'd saved it from she'd been out somewhere and had a napkin at lunch or something, and so she kept me the bit that wasn't yucky, you know, that hadn't been used. This one, it's lovely and textured, and again it gives enough coverage that we can't really tell what's underneath. I am a bit wary too that once the glue goes on, it might be a little bit more see-through the napkin, but I think as long as it mostly covers, I'm okay. And that one is a nice dark one with pattern, so that will be fine. So let's just start. And I've got a lovely torn edge which I would like to keep, but I'm not sure how we're going to keep it. Maybe I'll just not cover right to the top. Maybe that's the way I want to go. And I want to wrap it around onto the back on one side only. So I'm trying to think which way round I want it. Do I want to wrap it on both sides just so we get a nice finish? Yeah, I think we will. Okay, I don't know how this is going to tear with the dots. Oh, it's okay. It's not too bad at all. I'm just being very careful, using my thumbs to guide it. And I think I would like not a straight edge at the top because we've got that lovely ragged edge at the top. I don't want to lose that, so we'll tear a bit of the top off. And we don't need, I also want to keep that blue seam at the bottom. So do I want to rip it? Do I want to cut it? Probably be easier to cut. Or would it? Let's see. Don't know if this is a good idea. I'm very conscious that I've got so little of this particular serviette to work with. Serviette is what we call these in New Zealand, so I interchange the term serviette and napkin. If you're wondering why I keep changing what I call them, it's just it's more natural for me to call them serviettes, so I sometimes slip and call them that. Yeah, I think that's cool. That will work. So let's glue, I think, onto the napkin. I'm going to go through glue pages because the glue is going to go right through onto my glue page. Maybe we'll get tags made. I don't think it's going to take too long to cover these. So we've got a little bit of text showing. You can read it through the napkin, but it's all right. I think we'll just do our best, because I want to put a little focal point on each one as well, so we can use that to further disguise the underlying pattern. Cute. Okay, I need 5, so where's the other one? There it is. I'm trying to think what patterns, because I've got 3 different patterns that I want to use, how I want to configure them. I could do 1 of that and 2 of the others. I think maybe that's what we'll do, like, yeah, something along those lines. So I'll just do 1 in that, and I'll save the scrap for another day for something else. Let's do 1 or 2 in this. I'm just going to tear off that bit, put that in my scraps, and I'm going to cut that so that edge can be straight, it doesn't matter. I'm going to tear about there, I think. Oh, I should have made it a bit taller. It's not really wide enough the other way. No, it's not tall enough. Sorry guys, I'm going to have to do that again. Thought I had it torn at the right part, but let's try this one. Now it's too tall. But that's okay, we can deal with too tall. Carefully, I think lining it up on the little bag just makes it a wee bit easier to get the right dimension. Okay, little scraps. Oops, why am I putting them on top of my glue page? Like, isn't that just the silliest thing to do? Because I need to use my glue page. So how are you all today, my friends? I'm a little kind of all over the show. Have you noticed? I was a bit thrown out today in that I was expecting the installers of fibre to come this morning, and it got to 11:30 and no one had turned up, and he'd definitely told me Monday morning. And so I rang the office and she said, oh, it's booked in for the afternoon between 1 and 5. And I was so frustrated. I was like, I have not done a video because I've been waiting for them to come, and I wanted to, you know, not be interrupted. So I thought, well, I'll wait, you know, just block out the morning. They can come do their thing. They'll go away. I can do my video. No, he'd told me the morning, and he'd actually booked it in for the afternoon at the office. So it was frustrating. So she said she'd get him to call me, and he did within like 10 minutes after I spoke with her. And he said he was at another town about half an hour away and was about to leave, and that he would see me in, I don't know, it was like probably half an hour or something, but it took him longer to get to me than that, which is fine because he probably needed to have lunch, because at that stage it was, I don't know, it must have been 12 by the time we'd sort of worked through all that. I think I can get away with that, even though it's, you know, kind of got a little bit showing. I think we'll just deal with it. We'll use it. So then he arrived finally, and went to work, and that's all good. It took them, oh, maybe an hour and a half or two. I'm not exactly sure now. So I still couldn't do a video because, you know, there were two of them, and they were talking, and they were under the house, and they were in my little home office and stuff. So I just watched some YouTube and did some drawing and blah blah blah. And then he said, okay, we're all done, but I need to do something else, and I'll text you when it's all ready to go, and you can test the connection and make sure it's working. Well, that was, oh, probably an hour ago that he said that. I have not heard from him. So I was waiting for this text to come through to do my video, and then I just like, I've just got to do it. I can't put my whole day on hold as I already have, and I'm just so frustrated. So I'm recording later than what I like to. I'm a bit out of sorts because everything's been disrupted, and I find that I like my routine, so I find disruptions very difficult to deal with. Right, it's just, so I need two in this one, so I'm just going to tear off a section like so, and we can put this beautiful, isn't this beautiful? I don't know where I got this from, whether it was one I got from out somewhere or whether somebody sent it to me. I honestly do not remember, but I think it's just gorgeous. Right, so we'll put those aside because we won't need any more of those. Right, so we're going to go about there vertically. Yeah, so I'm just frustrated and haven't been able to do the things I need to, and because they were working on the internet, you know, I turned my computer off. I didn't want to do any computer work because I didn't know when I'd be interrupted and didn't want to lose anything. You know, it's just a big drama. Just a big drama. And I'm a bit over big dramas, really. Everything seems to be a big drama. You know, the hot water cylinder needs to be done. We haven't heard yet when the plumber's going to come. He messaged last night and asked when would be a good time, and we just responded, whenever you can get here, because like it needs to be emptied so often because it's leaking so much that the sooner he can get it done, the better. But I'm also conscious that, you know, that's going to interrupt whatever it's going to interrupt. It might be my shopping day. I might not be able to do my grocery shopping like I normally would. So much drama, friends. I'm really over the drama, and I'm trying not to complain. And I'm doing a very, very, very bad job at it. I've got to keep telling myself off. It's like, just don't complain. Just, you know, oh, I just tore my napkin. I'm going to ignore it though. We'll just put something over top of it. I'm not going to complain about it. I'm just going to put it down to experience, and we'll just deal with it. But yes, I've got a big hole in the middle there. trying to be too pushy with my napkin. Right, so we don't want all of that. Probably tear it about there. Oh, I'm so sticky. I'm sticking to it. I need to, is my wet wipe wet enough just to give my fingers a wee refresh? Please excuse me, so I don't create any more havoc. Dry them off on my trousers. It would be easier if I wet it with a water brush so it tore where I wanted it to, but I'm not going to do that. We're almost there. Right. So I'm going to be more careful this time. Oops. Try. Be more careful. Okay. I just thought these were too cute not to use in some form. Are they practical? Is practical all the only thing we should be worried about? Absolutely not. But I think they will be fun and cute and useful. They'll just have teeny tiny tags in them. And I do like a bit of teeny tiny. And the journal I want to put them in is my tall skinny journal that I'm working on for RachandBella Crafts with their digital, what's it called? Spring Collage is what it's called, which is all in blues and so pretty. So we've covered them all, and you know, got a big hole. We've got text and pattern showing through a little bit more than what I would like, but I think we're okay. So this is my tall skinny journal. If you haven't seen it before, using the beautiful RachandBella Crafts Spring Collage papers, and I've done a video on a couple of ideas already. Now I did have this page here, the music page. This side I've got a little flip out. The other page side of it, wherever it is, if I can find it here. Oh, it's also a flip out that side. Okay, I thought it was a pocket on the other side, and it's not. That's okay. Doesn't matter. So I want to line these up along the edge and have them stick out a little bit. So that's why I wanted to wrap the pattern around. So I'm going to start at the top and the bottom first and glue them on. So I want to bring the glue line a little bit in. Sorry if I'm off screen. I realized I was a little bit far back from the edge of my desk. I'm just going to kind of glue on like that. And this one I'm going to hang off the bottom just a fraction as well. It'll just give me a little bit more height to work with, and it's just going to be still within the realm of the lace, outside the cover, but only by a squeak, only by a little squeak. Okay, that's cool. So I think I'll do like two, something like this, and so we'll have the two at the same at the bottom, then the next two, then the one that's different in the middle. I don't know, the symmetry of it just appeals to me. Right, so this one's going to hang ever so slightly up the top, over the top of the page. Again, just giving us slightly more to work with. Whoops, I don't want to go all the way out there. So I need to take some of that glue off. Okay, I don't know if I'm going to achieve these getting lined up down this overhang side, but not too worried. Oops, preferably like it straight though. Here we go. Cool. Right, this one. Oh, I'm feeling hungry. Why am I feeling hungry? It's a good 25 minutes or so until my snack time. I shouldn't really be feeling hungry. It is a cool day today though, so maybe the cooler temperatures are making me feel that way. We actually had a summer day yesterday. We had 29 degrees. Amazing. Because we haven't had, I think, any in the high 20s since, I don't know, November last year. So it's been such a cool summer really, and a wet summer. But yeah, we had 29 yesterday, so it was really, really hot. And then in the afternoon it changed. We had a southerly come through, and the temperature just went down and down and down. And that was fine because it was still warm inside, not a problem. So it's overcast outside and it's cooler today than it was yesterday, and you know that coolness has now seeped inside. So it's took a while, but that hot temperature is now not really having an effect. Now hopefully this works out with my spacing vertically. It's pretty close. It's not perfect, but I'm actually quite happy. It's not bad at all. I had kind of had a little look at where I needed to place them vertically before I turned the camera on, just because I thought I needed to have some idea of whether 5 would actually work or not. Whether I could fit 5 on, or whether I'd have to do some other sort of arrangement. So we've got that little overhang just on that edge there, which I think is just something a bit cute. Okay, so there's our page border, what should we call it? Pocket page, multi-pocket page border, page border full of pockets. I don't know, no idea. We'll work out that one later. But I have my little butterflies here from Fussy Cut World, which I've been cutting out. And I thought, like, we could put a little butterfly on each. They're not particularly blue, but I thought, you know, not everything has to be blue. We've got blue on the background. So we could just like put a little cascade of butterflies down, one on each pocket. And that's going to further disguise any pattern that's showing through. So I'm just looking for all the same size butterflies. So I need one more, because this one I think's, yep, smaller. That one looks bigger. Yeah, it's bigger, so it's the wrong size. Just let me dig in my little baggie here. That one's a bigger one as well. No, that's bigger. Oh dear, don't say I've run out of that size. That one's a bit, it's a bit smaller. It's actually, maybe that one's too small too. Let's see what else we can find. Digging. I haven't finished cutting them out. I still have a few pages to go. It's a small one. Maybe we could use the 2 smaller ones. That one's a big one as well. Yeah, no, that one's smaller again. I think that's the smallest. Oh, hang on. What have we got here? No, they're all small. Too big. Oh, hang on. We may have this one. Is that any bigger? No, it's not. What about... Okay, let's just call those the butterflies we're using. I think the size is close enough. Do I want to put anything else? I don't think I'm going to add anything else. I don't want to just add layers, which, you know, the more layers you add, the more bulk you're going to have. But I do want to just quickly brush the antenna where they're a little white. You know, when you suddenly feel hungry and then all you can think about is how hungry you feel and it takes your concentration. Yeah, that's where I am at right now. Somebody go get me a snack. Cheese and crackers. That's my usual afternoon snack. A good little protein hit to get me through to dinner. Let's have a sip of my tea. That might help. Ugh, except it's cold. Gross. But I need to drink it. Right, let's just glue these on with some tacky glue because I'm already sticky enough as it is. They might, some of these disappear a little bit, like that disappears into the pattern behind it just a little bit, but I think it will be fine. When one actually takes in the detail, it's very easy to see the butterfly. It's just at a casual glance you might not notice so much. But the owner of the journal will have all the time in the world to enjoy and take in the detail. Oh my goodness. My apologies. I've got my phone on Do Not Disturb, but I've put it beside me so if the text comes through, I will know, and I don't think anything has come through yet. And my hubby is waiting for me to let him know when it's okay so that our service provider can switch us over from broadband Wi-Fi over to fibre. So it's kind of like, you know, many links in the chain. That's what I'm trying to say. Many links in the chain. And I feel like the proverbial piggy in the middle. Cool. I like this. I think this is working just how I wanted it to. So I'm pretty happy with that. Even if we had a little oops here and there, which is, you know, quite on the cards when you're trying something on camera for the first time. You know, that's when the mistakes are going to happen. Guaranteed. Okay. So it's a little winky wonky, but I'm happy enough. It's fine. I think it's cute and different. So I'm just going to take a little pencil and just make sure I haven't glued any of the pockets shut, because that wouldn't be ideal. Just precaution. Yep, that one's good. And that one's good. Okay. So what were our pockets? They were 1.5 by 2 1/4. So we want to make our tags. How are we going on time? We have time. I want to make them maybe 1 7/8. So 1 7/8 inch wide, and we could make them taller than the 2.5. So we could make them do we want 2.5 or 2 1/4? I'm thinking 2 1/4. Okay, by 2 1/4. Now what do I want to make the tags out of? This I have not prepared, because I didn't honestly think we would get to that point. So I need something for a base. And I haven't even got the papers beside me. Tell you what, I'm not going to make the tags now. Yeah, I think I'll be pushing myself. So I'm actually going to leave it there. We've done the Trash Craft Tuesday part. I think it turned out super cute. Now, you most likely will not have a supply of these teeny tiny little paper bags, but you could make something similar, or you might have some ready-made thing that's similar, or just the idea of this. So you might have a different size paper bag that you can stack up, whether it's, something more of this size, depending on the size of your page. If you're working in a regular journal, you could still hang them off and just do like a couple or 3, depending on the size. You could cut larger ones down. Like, it's the idea. It's to feed you inspiration, not that you've necessarily got the same exact supplies as I do, because you probably don't. As I said, these little paper bags are probably, I would say, they're older than 5 years is my estimate. I've had them a long time. Yeah, it's good to finally use some, isn't it? But anyway, that's it, guys. I'm going to leave it there before this video turns into a greater mess than what it is, and go get myself a snack and wait for this text to come through and see what happens, because I probably won't upload the video until that's like sorted, because I don't want to set it to upload and then halfway through, because that would happen, wouldn't it? Okay, guys, take care. Have a great rest of your day, and I will see you again soon. Bye.